Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Everybody say hello to Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hello, everybody.
That's everybody. Yep. I kind of went back a little bit. When I try to pick out who we dedicate the workout to, I look at a lot of current vets. I look at a lot of former vets. We've celebrated entrepreneurs. We've celebrated a lot of people. And then when I was flipping through Marines, somebody who was my idol growing up kind of flipped up, and that was Steve McQueen. And who doesn't know who Steve McQueen here is here?
Steve McQueen. Wow.
I do not know who's here.
Your idol growing up in the 40s? In the 40s.
I got your number. I got your number. We'll see what's happening on the board. So real quick, let me play this because this will tell a lot of what I'm saying. Yeah.
Big in the speakeasies.
What are we doing?
He's the guy from Great Escape, right?
Yes.
By the time Steve joined the Marines, he had spent a year wandering the country. He'd shipped out on a freighter, labored in a Texas oil field. At 17, he was his own man. He was busted from PFC to private for insubordination. He spent 42 days in the brig for going AWOL. He destroyed the engine of his tank trying to soup it up. Steve was having a ball.
So the thing that a lot of people don't know about Steve McQueen is he actually how do I stop this one? He actually towards the, I think 2 years into his career, obviously he got busted a lot, like you said, but he was on a ship out in the Arctic Sea, and they were doing some maneuvers out there, and the ship hit something that threw about 4 tanks overboard. 4 tanks sunk with people in it. He ended up saving 5 people's lives. Take all the crap that he did in consideration, when it came down to it, he did what he needed to do to take care of his men. And because of that, Harry Truman heard about him, and he asked him to personally guard his yacht, and he had a pretty heavy relationship with Harry Truman for the last couple of years of Truman's presidency and everything. So I thought that was really cool. But I think, when you look at somebody like this who, there's very few times through his career and interviews and everything else that he talks about being a Marine. But there's some points, every time that somebody really asked him about it, he spoke about how much it influenced his career and how much it gave him the discipline to do the things that he did with acting and everything else. And if you haven't seen any of his movies, shame on you. You need to go get it on a Netflix band, because it's absolutely, when they talk about the coolest person, I mean, during that time period, there was absolutely nobody cooler. He made turtlenecks cool back then. And I know that's not, he absolutely did. So, we got a couple things coming up. We got a crazy guy who's running about 400 miles. Well, he's only going to run 47 miles, but the whole crew is going to run 200 miles. You want to say a couple words?
Sure. June 2nd and 3rd, myself and 4 other guys are we're taking on the Reebok Ragnar in Pennsylvania. It's a 205.9 mile relay run. We're entirely self-funded, self-supported. The 5 of us have figured out everything logistically and food and hotels and all that, in hopes that any money that we can raise will go to the widow and children of Jeff Bowen, who is a friend of mine who lost his battle with post-traumatic stress. So there's that. Should be an experience.
Between now and, what did we say, the 7th?
June 7th.
Between now and June 7th, any donation that's made on the Weekly Fights website will go straight to that fund that we're raising. The goal is to try to make $10,000 for Lauren Bowen. So if you can spread the word, there's a lot of social media posts on there. We can get that going. And then the other thing we have on June 10th is we have a run out at Glen, Wolf's Hollow Park, which is going to be a nice trail run. It's a 5K or a 10K, not that far, no obstacles, outside of Mother Nature with some ups and downs. But it's to benefit the
First responders.
first responder. But what's the hospital, the ambulance group? Christiana, that's it. Christiana Ambulance Group, and then obviously us as well. So if you feel like you're running for a little bit, it's a great short run. It's very scenic. It'll be a good time. So
it's honestly a beautiful park.
yeah, it's gonna be a nice run. So if you want to be with us and do 5K, knock yourself out. But we can always hit the 10K. So a lot of things going on. Let's have a great workout today and get sweaty.